The Australian High Commission and the Australian Government have done a number of things to support India's push for skills development. This has been primarily through policy work that we do with the Indian Government, and we work very closely with the NSDC. Quite a lot of work that we have done has been about assisting India to look at their occupation standards and looking at how can we support the SSC model here. So Australia has looked at benchmarking our standards to Indian standards, and so the policy work that we have done has been really crucial, I think. So Australia and India have a number of MOUs, or Memorandum of Understanding, to look at education cooperation and skills development more broadly. So the current MOU with Australia and India looks at how do we actually roll out some of these projects, how do we support India, how do we build capacity. There's been quite a lot of work, as I've just said before, with the NSDC particularly around skilling that up. What the MOU also does is offer opportunities for Australian providers to come and assist India in building and bridging that skills gap. Yeah, sure. So I think there's skilling needs to be a viable option for India. We've heard today that there are 1 million young people entering the workforce each month. Some of those people will have gone to school and graduated from school, but there's also a need for looking at how do you take it to the next level? How do you make sure that people and parents and society accept that skills are a really important and viable part of a career pathway for people? In Australia, we have pathways that enable young people to go into TAFE colleges or vet sector and then go on to university. So it is a stepping stone for some people, and so there are pathways that people can do. So I think the next level is working out how can India have different pathways for different students so that India can be the vibrant economy that it aims to be. National assessment program. So Australia has a national assessment program that looks at literacy and numeracy, and that is across year 3, 5, 7 and 9. So each year there's about 1 million students who are tested in those cohorts for literacy and numeracy. We also have 3 other tests that are done on science literacy, ICT and civics and citizenship education. So they're a sample assessment done every 3 years. We also then participate in international tests such as PISA, which is the program for international student assessment run by the OECD, and we also participate in 2 assessments running out of the US, which is TIMS and PEARL. So they're all targeting different cohorts of students. But the idea behind all of those assessments is to work out where are Australian students at, where is it that governments and teachers and parents can focus their efforts to really support young people and students. So the NAPLAN, or the Literacy and Numeracy Assessment, has been going in Australia I think since 2008. It's got a move to go online soon, so it'll be an interesting adaptive testing model that will work across Australia for the students, but it does provide really rich data for teachers and parents to understand where their students are at. So it's a really important and vital part of our education system.